Welcome to Nightmare County. I'm your host, Rando M. Ghoul, and do I have a treat for you? When it comes to movies being released throughout the year, I think most of us collectors are always looking for certain movies that this happens to hit a spark in us that makes our imaginations go wild, and it just something we find a great interest in. Whether it be from horror movies, westerns, action movies, dramas, whatever, comedies, and there are a lot of great companies that pump out a lot of rare, awesome content. One of those companies, to me, without a doubt, is Vinegar Syndrome. They are within my top 3 favorite Blu-ray or DVD distribution companies that put out films and everything. And they do a lot. They do merch, everything. And I've started following them right when they first started. But they released a movie that I've never seen. All I saw was a trailer. And the movie was called New York Ninja. And if anybody who knows me personally knows that from a wee age of like 5 years old, I have always been obsessed with ninjas. I have absorbed everything I could from books, magazines, movies, cartoons, and video games. Anything I could find that had something to do with ninjas, I usually almost always bought it, rented it, or borrowed from a friend so I could go over it. And Shokasugi and his ninja flicks in the 80s are probably some of my favorite, along with Michael Dudikoff's American Ninja films, which, if you've ever seen them, they're kind of campy, but a whole lot of fun. And so whenever I saw a trailer for this, I get it several weeks back now, I couldn't help but be amazed by it. And not that it was great or anything. It's just, there's certain things that you see and you're like, man, I got to see this movie now. And this movie is most certainly one of them. Well, number one, it has ninjas. That's a given for me to buy it anyway. And I will happily admit that this is actually one of the better ninja flicks you can buy from the 80s, hands down. Even though it's bonkers as hell, but it's a lot of fun. And what Vinegar Syndrome did with this movie is just the backstory behind how this movie came to be is amazing to me. What they did is Vinegar Syndrome found a unfinished movie from 1984 called New York Ninja, and this is the box art. And when it comes to Blu-ray releases, this has got to be one of the best ones that I have bought this year. And due to look at this. Look at that artwork. You cannot tell me that if you saw this sitting on the aisle as a kid, or even today as an adult, you'd be like, I gotta buy this. This is the ninja movie you need to buy this year. Look at that. That's just... The artwork's done by the people from Dude Designs, and several others. In fact, I'll read over who does art when I open it up. I haven't even opened this up yet. But I was lucky enough to have seen this film before actually buying it, so that's what makes it even better. Thankful to friends and everything who told me I needed to see this, and now I'm telling other people that they need to see this. Anyways, this New York Ninja was a unfinished Vinegar Syndrome found an unfinished movie from 1984, and they somehow, with all the hard work they always put into their releases, because they treat everything, it doesn't matter if it's a grade Z flick, for some reason Vinegar Syndrome puts a lot of heart and time and effort into making whatever movie it is they're going to release look pristine and awesome. And they almost always load them up with features as well. And New York Ninja, without a doubt, has some great features, especially how they restored the movie. They basically had a movie that was unfinished, and they went around they watched the movie, they sit there, they re-edited it, put it back together, added a new soundtrack to it, redubbed it, everything, and it's nothing short of amazing with what they did. And I would agree that if this was this movie would probably have gotten lost with a bunch of the other ninja flicks that was released in the 80s, and it probably wouldn't be as well, probably wouldn't be known as at all, because there's a bunch of ninja flicks that I bring up to people and they don't even know what I'm talking about. But I think with this film being released so many years later, like now, and them restoring it, redoing the music, redubbing it, it for some reason makes it feel awesome. It's like it's a film that it should have been released theatrically. I wish I could have saw this theatrically, but you know, you get what you get, and I'm glad that at least we got to see this and how they were able to even get it made and put it together. I mean, you can't, like I said, you can't get by that awesome artwork. That's just great. I mean, all the way around. This reminds me a lot of the Ninja Gaiden video games that were released, or Shinobi, or Tenchu, and all those, the artwork and everything. But anyways, let's open this up, because I want you to, I want you to see this, and I want you to go out and buy it. That's how awesome this is. That being said, you open it up. Look at this. I mean, this, I love New York Ninja. I mean, it's almost got a Toxic Avenger type of vibe to it, how they released this and how the promotion for it is, because I love Toxie and everything for the Trauma guys and stuff. I mean, that's pretty much what they do with the Toxic Avenger, and I kind of like how they did that with this for a ninja, you know, an 80s ninja flick that should have never been released. But you also get, not only do you get the Blu-ray here, and the Blu-ray, I do believe that see, there you go, even more awesome artwork to find inside, and you can flip around the slip cover inside and everything to the artwork that's on the front of the box here. I mean, that's awesome, right? Beyond that, it also comes with a book, and this is awesome. I went over this book. As soon as I got this package and I opened it, I haven't opened the movie. It's still in its wrapper right now, but I already went through this book and read it because it was awesome, and it's amazing that this film is going to, you were never gotten seen. Someone put, because people put a lot of hard work in the movies that they make and everything, even the worst movies that are out there. A lot of people that work on those films put a lot of hard work into them, and it's amazing how many films that hardly ever get seen by anybody, and some films are actually really good. And it's studios like Synapse and Vinegar Syndrome, Blue Underground, Severin, and so many other companies that put out Blu-rays. They're taking these movies and giving them new life, and they're beginning a cult following behind them. But this has to be one of the best Blu-ray releases I've seen of 2021, and that's saying a lot. I mean, for me personally, it's the best one. The only film that could probably rival this one, and it comes out in December, is the Kindred from Synapse. I am so looking forward to that. That was an 80s creature feature movie that I saw as a kid, and I just freaking loved it. And Synapse is putting out a special collector's edition in December, and I can't wait for that to come in. I can't wait to watch that and show it to people. That's a movie I've actually seen, whereas I had not seen this one until this, a couple days ago, and I had to buy it because I saw the box art. It's beautiful. But like I said, it's just awesome to see movies like this get new life and to get a new cult following, because I've already seen other people review the movie. I've seen other people, the parties people are having watching it, and it's awesome that it's got this, it's grabbed a hold of people's attention, and it's awesome. And it's nice that it's too bad that from what I read, that actor that's in this and the star in this, Jean-Luc, he'll never, it sucks because now, you see how the attention it's getting, how people are loving it, it sucks that he'll possibly not see the love that this movie's getting. And maybe someday, if he ever feels like, if he's still alive, because even the book leaves it open to us not knowing that if he's around or not. But he'll see that a ton of people actually love his movies, and he'll find honor in that and everything, because I think that's awesome. But like I said, it's just like you have it's several pages here that they go into detail on how they found the movie, how they went into to make it, to redub it, how they the voices and everything. It's just awesome. And like I said, the artwork was done by and package design was done by Tom Hudge of the Dude Designs, which they always do great artwork and everything for their stuff. Richard Hillard, I hope I'm saying that right, and Robert Kung Fu Bob O'Brien, who I actually have artwork of his as well. I buy because he does awesome stuff as well. I got one of his prints from Lone Wolf and Cub, and and I'll probably have that hang up. But that being said, this is without a doubt one of the best Blu-ray releases so far this year for me. Like I said, the only thing that could probably match it will be the Kindred with the Synapse will be releasing in December, just a month away, and I'm looking forward to it. Like mid-December is when it'll be released. But like I said, these companies, they do such a great job of finding movies that you probably saw on the VHS companies, VHS rental places and everything that you go to, and you could have had a chance to rent. And some of them, but it's amazing how many VHS movies have just been lost to time, or how many movies that were filmed and they felt like they couldn't release them, so they just put them in the back of a storage room, and that company went defunct, and someone's bought them out like Vinegar Syndrome has. And it's amazing because it gives movies like this a second chance at life to find a cult following, and it rightly deserves it. Like I said, I like other companies like Shout Factory, or Scream Factory, Shout Factory, that Scream Factory and everything. They release movies. All the John Carpenter movies they released on Blu-ray, like Prince of Darkness, everything. And then they put out an anthology film called Nightmares. And this is several years ago that I got this, but this has got to be one of my favorite anthology films from Scream Factory. And because I watched this when I was a kid and I loved it. There's better anthology films than Nightmares, but this is without one of my favorites from Scream Factory. I'm gonna kind of go over some other companies and the releases and why they do such a great job. Now, this is a film that I absolutely love with Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing, and Telly Savalas, called Horror Express. And I believe that Severin has put out the best release of this that I have ever seen, and it's my favorite. I watch this movie almost about 3 times a year just because I enjoy it. It's such a fun movie with Telly in it and everything, and it's a superb release, and I love the features on it. And Severin, they do a really good job with their releases as well. Another one is Kino. They do some really great movies, but this is they do a lot of cult stuff as well, but this is without a doubt one of my favorite releases. Savage Weekend. I love this. This is one. It's a favorite movie of mine that they released, in a movie I saw on VHS as a kid, and I just had to have. Another company that's and I'm also, while I'm mentioning some of these companies, is you might want to check out some of these, because of Black Friday, they do a lot of cool 50% off discounts on a lot of their stuff. If you follow Synapse, BCI, which is this, they released this White Zombie with Bela Lugosi, one of my favorite freaking Bela Lugosi movies ever. And I told you I was going to do a Bela Lugosi special and talk about some of his films. Well, other than Dracula and his Universal stuff, White Zombie is probably his most famous thing, and I absolutely love this movie. And they did a really fantastic Blu-ray edition of this with some pretty cool features and stuff. didn't have a whole lot, but they do have a commentary and stuff like that. But I think there are certain movies that I just pride on being my absolute favorite, and beyond like the Evil Dead films, Army of Darkness, which they have stellar Blu Ray releases and stuff, or the Halloween or Friday 13th Nightmare on Elm Street, it's these small films that didn't really have a chance of getting a big following, and them getting these special edition Blu Ray releases that people find all these years later, and it grabs people's attention and they just fall in love with them. As a kid, I saw this movie cover all the time. I even have a popcorn t-shirt, I have a poster, and I still have the VHS tape that in a later video I will bring out and show y'all. But I absolutely loved this movie as a kid. I would say it predates Scream and being a little bit more meta. It's not as quite as meta as Scream is, but if you ever get a chance to see a movie called Popcorn, I highly suggest you find it and seek it out and watch it. It's a fun slasher movie, and I mean, look at that. I saw that as a kid, and I had to rent it over and over and over. And you look on the back there, that's kind of like, I mean, look at that artwork. I mean, this is great. So this is from Synapse, and this is without a doubt one of my favorite Blu-ray releases from a company. And Synapse always knocks it out of the park. It comes in this foil case and everything with this great artwork, double disc, and it comes with a booklet. Talks about the movie and everything. Again, one of my favorite. And this is, I don't know if they still sell these. I think they sell a standard edition, but this is one of my favorite limited edition Blu-rays that I've ever bought. That, along with New York Ninja, and I know I'm going to enjoy the hell out of The Kindred whenever it's released. If you never see it, if you can find it get it from Synapse. But Vinegar and Synapse are like my top two. They constantly are putting out content I just love, and they're constantly head to head with each other when it comes to releases. But as I said, New York Ninja, man, one of the best releases I've seen so far. But I hope I haven't bored you with this. I just want to talk about New York Ninja and tell you, man, seek it out and find it. If you're someone who enjoys martial art flicks, especially ninja flicks, and I would say that your best bet to find those would be either on Amazon Prime or Tubi TV, as they have a ton of ninja flicks. Not so great. I admit some of those ninja flicks suck. I usually watch some of the bad ones, like Cobra vs. Ninja. And that for some reason they had this bright idea to have these ninjas in these bright ass costumes. And what's funny is, in case you don't know that they're ninjas, and on my Instagram or Facebook, I'll post stills from these movies because they're just bad, but I watch them because they make me laugh so hard. But Cobra vs. Ninja features a guy in a ninja costume, and for some reason they thought, well, maybe these people don't know that they're a ninja, so let's put a big ass headband on their head and it says ninja. It's so dumb, but it'll make you laugh because it's just the acting's bad, the costumes are bad. I mean, the whole point of being a ninja, or historically they didn't wear everything like that we see in movies and stuff. The normal time it was to hide in plain sight, right? Of course, a black uniform will help you hide in the shadows even more. But most of the time they just wore normal clothes. They could blend in with farmers and stuff like that. But the fact that there was this craze in the 80s, like, let's put them in bright yellow. There's pink and black. There's these astronomically bright colored lime green. Like, why? And what I like about New York Ninja is he's wearing a white uniform, which I'm down with that, because one of my favorite ninjas of all time is without a doubt Storm Shadow, followed by Snake Eyes. But I was always kind of like, I always thought Storm Shadow was just a little bit cooler. But anyways, that being said, I'm going to kind of, like I said, I was going to do something a little bit different on my videos here out. So I'm not in my usual backdrop or anything, but because I'll be traveling. But I'm going to touch on martial art flicks, like I said, fantasy, especially sword and sandal flicks, that especially anything that has monsters in it or creatures in it, or that's just really, really awesome that I think that you need to hear about, I'm gonna talk about it. And New York Ninja was definitely one of those cult movies that I think you need to see. And I'll be honest with you, you should buy it because it's awesome. It's a great, great fun flick, especially something to watch with your friends and such. And y'all just hang out, laugh, and enjoy it. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and hit that like button, because I would greatly appreciate it. And like I said, this is my second video that I'm putting out this week already. I'll try to pump out more videos. I travel, Thanksgiving holidays, you travel and everything. Well, I'll try to get as many more videos as I possibly can. And also, I didn't get to say this because we're almost 2 months back. Happy Halloween, belated Halloween, because I didn't, for all of October, I was pretty much incapable of making the video. And I mean, I wish people happy Halloween on Instagram and Facebook, but I didn't make a video for it, and I should have, because it's my favorite holiday. And we had a bunch of candy. We decorated for Halloween, and we had no trick-or-treaters whatsoever. But that's what happens when you live in a community where there's mainly old people. But some people, but no kids. That's the thing. I hate to say this people, a community with hardly any kids. So, hey, you get what you get. Hopefully next year it's a little bit different. I mean, I think the only trick-or-treater I had was my daughter. But, yeah, so I got a bunch of candy for the next year and a half, probably. Until the next Halloween, if I don't eat it all. Which I probably won't. Maybe. But, I want to thank you for watching this video. And don't be a stranger and tune in.